Thursday night, right on cue.
That's right. Hi, everybody. Welcome.
Great to see you. We're back for a second week in a row. Been off for a couple of weeks before that. We're hoping you're getting back in the rhythm again. And Selah came to say hello. I don't think she's coming to say hello anymore.
She says, "Where's my treat?"
Straight for the treat. We got set up a little bit early today, and so she's been just sitting there whining for the last hour.
She wants that treat.
We've got fact or fiction. Basically, we're gonna have a game today where we're gonna just look at statements, true false statements. It's a 50-50 chance, but if you can get half of them right, you're going to be a winner.
I need your help.
So we're fact checking fake news. It's sort of the thing to do these days.
Yes,
see
absolutely.
what the fake news is, and
hopefully, there won't be a whole lot of fake news.
That's right. There you go.
Hi, Al.
So nice to see you all. I think you'll like some of these facts. We hope you're going to, we're here to educate people. That's really, the main goal that we have is to educate you every Thursday night so you walk away just a little bit smarter than you came in.
That's right. Okay. We had Aunt Geneva Lily here last week.
Oh, she was full. Boy, she was full of it. I mean, full of
excuse me,
facts and expertise.
There you go.
But yeah, Aunt Geneva Lily paid us a visit last week. This week it's just us, just us and Google. We pulled some of these off of, we had our research team, our crack research team, been working for months on this particular show. And we joke about that because we actually put the show together the day of the show. That's in fact at 4 o'clock we didn't know what the theme of the show was going to be. But that's not going to that doesn't take away from the quality. These are going to be some good things. So anyway, we're going to.
It's not entertainment. No, it's education.
Well, right.
It's edutainment.
Yeah, it's not even that. It's just straight education. This is like anyway. So fact or fiction, we just want you to take a look at things. So let me give you some examples. So for example, if we put up the statement, Cookie Monster has a real given name, and his real given name is Sid, then is that fact or fiction? That's the question. So you're supposed to, and of course everyone knows that we don't call him Cookie Monster. Normally, we call him Sid.
No. C is for cookie. It's good enough. I'm sure that Cookie Monster... You're making that up.
Nope,
Sid?
In fact, Sid was the original name, and it didn't really catch on. It wasn't quite as catchy or easy to remember as Cookie Monster. So they just went with Cookie Monster, but it was originally Sid. So the answer to that one would be true. He does have a given name, which is Sid. Okay. The next question... next example question is this: you lose most of your body heat through your head.
Now that one I'm sure
you lose most of your body heat through your head.
You always hear that's the truth. You're supposed to wear in the wintertime. Always make sure you leave the house with a hat.
What percent do you think it is?
What percent of what?
That you lose through your head.
60%.
I've read some places where it says that it's 90%, but in fact, it is not true.
What?
That is a myth that we've all been led to believe for a long time. We're told to wear a cap because cold 90% or about that of our body escapes through our heads, but that in fact, according to the Britannica Medical Journal, you lose 7 to 10% of your body heat through your head, and that's about what you would lose through any other exposed part of your body. So
I'm not real hopeful on how I'm going to fare on this.
So that one so the answer there would be fiction. So you would say B, fiction. So we want you to pair the number with your answer because we're going to go through them pretty quickly. We're going to try to do more than we usually do in this show. I think we've got 12. We usually have 9.
Did you see Kristen's comment?
What's that?
She said, "Who needs school when you guys teach us?"
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly. That's what we're here for. All right, so here we go. Let's get the show rolling. The real questions, okay? So now these are going to be up to you. So you pop them in. Get ready because you got to pop in the answer fast. We're going to move through the show. We're only going to spend 2 minutes or so on each question.
One true, false. One. How do we do this?
Fact or fiction. So you're going to say number 1 fact or number 1 fiction.
Okay.
Okay. So here it goes.
All right.
And a lot of these are just things that you've heard or maybe you haven't heard. I don't know whether they are or not, but we'll see. Alcohol raises your body temperature. Alcohol raises your body temperature. Is that fact or fiction, Ida? What do you think? Alcohol raises your body temperature.
Al says fact. I think it's fiction.
That alcohol raises your body temperature?
I think that it's a fiction.
So, I mean, skiers, you always come in and you have a nice cup of something. Usually, at the ski lodge, the hard liquor is really taken.
Well, I think it might warm the cockles of your heart, but I don't think it raises your body temperature. So we have 2 that say fact and 2 that say fiction.
So once again, this is one of those questions. Oops, I changed to the wrong screen. This is one of those things that we've been told or that we've learned, but it's a myth. It's not. It is fiction. It feels good to have a sip of whiskey on a cold day, but that burning sensation, that warmth that you feel, and the interior, like on the interior of your body, is not fact. Your core actually does not heat up. Alcohol dilates blood vessels, and that causes the blood to be pumped closer to the skin, leading to a drop in your core body heat.
Right.
So if you're cold, reach for a blanket, not a flask. That's the
good advice.
That's the saying. All right. So So anyway, so let's you got to try to get 50% to win. Where are you? You're 1 for 1.
1 for 1.
All right.
Gotta
the next
keep
one.
Track.
Yeah, you might want to keep track if you want to know whether you win or not. Okay,
well,
so
I'm sure I'm going to win.
The next one is pigs love to roll in mud. Pigs love to roll in mud. Fact or fiction?
I'm going to say, now I was raised in the country.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say that's true.
That's a saying, right? Pigs love to roll in the mud.
Happy as a pig in mud. Happy as a pig in slop. I'm going to say...
What reason do they say in the country that a pig rolls in the mud?
To keep itself cool, like he cools off his body, protects it from the sun, because there's little tiny hairs on a pig, but not a lot of hair.
Yeah, they're naked pigs. Is that the idea? So what do you all think? Do you think pigs enjoy rolling in the mud? We have
1, 2, 3. We have 4 facts, 5 counting me.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's see what the answer is there. It is a fact. It is a fact that pigs love it. In fact, pigs don't have much in way of sweat glands, which makes the body temperature a problem. For the longest time, scientists believed that pigs wallowed in mud to keep cool. And while that's true, there's actually a twist to it, which is that they don't roll in mud because they have few sweat glands. Rather, they have few sweat glands because they roll in the mud. They believe that that they loved the mud, and then they didn't need the sweat glands.
They must have loved it for a very long time.
So put differently, swine never developed sweat glands because their ancestors were always playing in the mud.
There you go. See, we got that
so one. So scientists believe that a mud bath just simply makes a pig happy. So it's nothing. So it is absolutely a fact. Pigs love to roll in mud.
There you go.
That's it. Next question. So you're 2 for 2, Ida. You're way ahead of me.
I am.
Question number 3. Musicians get the girls. Musicians get the girls. Do you think that's a fact, or do you think that's a fallacy, or what would your guess be? Musicians get the girls.
Well, I happen to have a son who's a lead singer in a band, and he would say, yes, musicians get the girls.
Yeah. Well, that's anecdotal evidence, but we don't base our studies on anecdotal evidence.
You have data?
Oh, this is data. Yeah, these are all study based.
Where did you get data on musicians getting?
No, that's the way we chose the questions. They're all data based. They're not. We love science. We're not going to just take anecdotal evidence.
We have 2 fictions, and I say fact. Kristen says fact. Linda says fact.
A little bit split.
Mary Lou says it's specifically the lead singer, not the bass player. Oh, getting the girls, I guess.
So there was a study in Science in which they had in France, in which they had a attractive guy stand on the corner and ask people for their phone numbers. Ask 300 people for their phone numbers. And all in the name of science.
Oh, of course. Right? Yes, right.
And for 100 solicitations, he was holding a guitar case. And for another 100, he had a sports bag. And the final 100, he was empty-handed.
Oh, so musicians...
So according to the research, results showed that holding a guitar case was associated with greater compliance to the request, thus suggesting that musical practice is associated with selection.
So those of you who said fact, we're on a roll now.
So it was 31% of of the women
So we don't care. 31 is good.
gave their number. So that was one of the top ones. Yeah, so that's
good to know.
That is indeed. Musicians get the girls. That's scientific.
Joel's asking how he's 2 behind. I don't know. I don't know. We're on what question we're on? We're on number 4. Question number 4 is coming
he's just
up.
watching. He's just watching the video later. It's okay, Joel. Don't look at the answers. Just listen to the video and play your own game. You don't have to pay attention to what other people are saying.
There you go.
Okay, fact or fiction? You get abnormally tired when you eat turkey because it contains high levels of tryptophan. Tryptophan. I think that's something a lot of people have heard about. Tryptophan in turkey. Mm-hmm. So you get abnormally tired on Thanksgiving in the United States, or any time you have a turkey meal.
It's not out of boredom for watching football.
You get
games one right after the other.
No, there's no one bored.
There's no one bored. Let me tell you a fact. Some people are bored. Let's see.
What do you think? Is tryptophan in turkey elevated levels of tryptophan a contributing factor or a culprit?
Facts. One fiction, because they're not all coming. The answers aren't all coming.
Yeah, that's okay. What's yours?
I say it's a fact.
Yeah. That it's
tryptophan.
Yeah, of course. Tryptophan in turkey is nope. That's fiction.
You're kidding me.
No, there's no higher level of tryptophan in turkey than there is in chicken or lots of fish, lots of other meats.
So it could be all the rest of the.
Yeah. Every Thanksgiving, we hear about how we feel exhausted after the big meal because of amino acid tryptophan contained in turkey. But the fowl gets the reputation for making you want to nap, but that isn't it. Scientists have noted the bird contains no more tryptophan than any other meats, cheeses, or other foods. If you're tired, it's probably because you ate too much, or maybe because the
maybe
game
you stayed
was
up
boring.
all night cooking turkey.
There's a good chance that one's it. Okay, moving on.
Okay.
You missed one. That was your first one.
That is
your
my first wrong.
So you're 3 and 1. There's no word in the Oxford English Dictionary that rhymes with orange. That true or false? Is there any word that rhymes with orange? That's when I was a kid, we always used to say, well, door hinge rhymes with orange.
That's not.
But it's not an exact rhyme.
No.
There's lots of other ones too. Silver, purple. But the orange is a mythical one that gets brought up a lot. So the question is it true?
Something tells me it's fiction, but I'm going to say it's fact.
Can you think of one?
No, I can't think of anything that rhymes with orange. And I've heard that for many, many years.
You've heard about?
Tried to come up with some rhyme for orange, but.
Yeah, I can tell you that until this morning, I didn't know the answer to that question.
Oh, no.
The answer is that it is fiction. Absolutely, there is a word that rhymes with orange. There's one word in the 20-volume Oxford English Dictionary that rhymes with orange. And the word is sporange. Sporange is a rare alternative form of sporangium. It's a botanical term for the part of the fern, the sporangium. It can also be called a sporange. Oh. So there absolutely is one.
There's a lot of us that got that one wrong.
Yeah, a lot of people think that orange. Now you can be like the spoiler of everyone's mythical orange, but silver.
Nothing.
No.
What?
So say, well, when somebody brings it up at a party, you say, well, yeah, orange, there is one word that rhymes with orange, but there's nothing that rhymes with silver. There you go.
What about purple?
There's a couple that rhyme with purple in the 20-volume Oxford English. There's a couple phrases that.
We have some. Well, okay, but Kristen got it right. She said fiction, so
yeah, good one. All right, let's keep going.
Good job.
Let's keep going.
All right.
Number six now. It takes 7 years for gum to digest. I definitely was told this one. So the question is whether it's true or not. It takes 7 years for gum to digest in your stomach. So you eat that gum, and
it's not going to stay in your stomach
for
7 years.
For 7 years.
I say that's fiction.
You do?
Yeah, I say it's fiction. It does not take 7 years for gum to digest.
Have you ever heard it said?
I've heard it said,
yeah,
but I don't believe it.
Do you think what would be the motivation for telling that as a lie?
for people not to swallow their gum.
Oh, I see. And why is that a problem if it doesn't stay in your stomach for 7 years? Yeah.
I'm at a loss.
Maybe not the chew gum. So teachers, I don't know. A teacher would want you to swallow your gum. So I can't think of the motivation for, unless it were true.
Okay, we've got a lot. Jan Busey saying fiction. Linda says true. That's why my tummy is big. Janet says fiction.
It is fiction.
Okay.
It is, in fact, fiction. Some say it takes 10 years, but whoever's telling you that is wrong. In fact, some of the chewing gum does digest, and the rest passes through your gastrointestinal tract just like anything else.
So it wouldn't stay in your...
It doesn't sit there for years.
And Mary Lou puts it very well. You'll poop it out before then.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Mary Lou.
Maybe the idea was that it takes 7 years to digest, if it were going to digest. But some of it does digest, even immediately. Okay, the next one. Coffee beans and coffee stunt your growth. Have you ever heard that? Has anybody ever said that one to you? Oh, yeah. Coffee beans and coffee stunt your growth. Fact or fiction? If you were on the political, if you were running for office,
yes,
and someone and you made the statement, would the news factor would
Snopes come in?
Yeah,
is that Snopes?
Yeah,
yeah. I think they'd come in and get me. I think
coffee beans and coffee stunt your growth. Coffee beans and coffee.
I don't think it stunts your growth.
You don't?
No. I think that just must be fiction. Kristen says it's fiction. Jan says fiction. Carol Partridge says fiction.
Because everybody drinks coffee.
Linda says, nope, I'm short without drinking coffee. That's funny.
Everybody says fiction on that one.
Janet says it's a fact for babies.
Oh.
I don't know. Do babies drink coffee?
Well, yeah, I'm sure caffeine probably has some impact on babies. Too much caffeine. Like if you force-fed a mouse 500 gallons of coffee, probably it would stunt their growth.
Well, I think Janet knows. Okay.
We're going to go with that.
Okay.
But it is fiction. Yeah, there's no such thing. In fact, there's two different things about this that are fiction. The first one is that it stunts your growth.
Okay.
There's something else in this statement that's fiction. Can you pick it up?
Coffee, beans, and coffee.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a coffee bean. Coffee is not a bean.
What? It is a bean.
No, it isn't.
What are you talking about?
It turns out, okay, so first of all,
Calvin.
You buy a pound of beans at the store, right? You go to the store and you buy a pound of coffee beans.
Right.
Yeah, except for they aren't beans.
What are they?
Coffee beans are seeds.
Seeds?
Yeah. If we were being accurate, we refer to them as coffee seeds. They are inside the fruit of the coffee. Yep. They're not a bean.
I know I should trust you because of all the research that went into it.
And one more coffee misconception: the
What's
belief
that?
that we shouldn't give kids coffee at an early age because it might stunt their growth is based on zero scientific support.
Well, I'm sure it's because caffeine. They don't need
Yeah, there are other reasons why you might not want to give it to kids. Same as like astronomical sugar.
Right.
Right. But there is no study that shows that it stunts your growth.
Okay, good to know.
So there you go.
Because I'm going to be drinking it.
All right. Yeah, that's right. Everybody on. Okay, here's the next one. Penguins mate for life.
Oh, you know what this?
Penguins mate for life.
That answer just popped right in my head.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Do penguins mate for life or not? That's my question for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I was watching something just the other day where penguins and their dating habits were referred. Who was that? I don't know. I was watching a show
about penguins.
And it wasn't about penguins. It was like they just came across some penguins.
It was the Love on the Spectrum.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, on is that Netflix?
It was on Netflix.
Is that Netflix or is that Love on the Spectrum? I think is on Amazon Prime.
Oh, well, anyway, I remember that was on there with one of the guys. One of the dates was at a zoo.
It's a good show, Love on the Spectrum.
It's great.
And I don't know whether it's Amazon Prime or Netflix, but it's one of the two. I know that. I watched it just recently. It's a little documentary. It follows multiple people. Yeah, and one of the people was a Penguin fan, and they were referencing it. That's where I saw it.
We have lots of people saying that's a fact. We have one person saying fiction. Joel saying fiction.
Yep.
Everybody else is saying fact.
On the show, they also said it was a fact, but it's not. It's fiction.
What?
And here's it's a little bit of it's a heartwarming idea that these adorable penguins meet their match and they stay committed in their relationship for life. Now, but the right way to say it is penguins are monogamous. Okay? But they will change partners through their life. They only are with one partner at a time.
I see.
And so they do not.
That was
they
a
do
trick
not stay.
question.
They do not stay with the same partner the whole way through. Really, sometimes only a year or two, and they change partners. So they are not.
So they're monogamous.
They do not mate for life.
Sorry, I thought it was. Wait a minute, that's a big 0 for me.
Yeah. So it's true that they're monogamous, but they don't stay that way for life, and many change partners from one season to the next.
Well, well, that's kind of sad.
Yeah, you wish it weren't true, but I'm sorry. We're here to educate you, not to make you feel good.
Wait a minute. I think we're here to make you feel good.
Oh, maybe we are. I forget why we're here.
That's right.
Okay, here's the next one. I bet you never heard this one before. The question is whether it's true or whether it was made up.
What?
Nudistortion. Nudistortion is a word to refer to the day before yesterday. You know how complicated that is? You know, like when you're trying to figure something out and you're like, okay, so today's Thursday, not yesterday, but the day before yesterday.
It was nudisternum.
Nudistortion.
Nudisternum.
Not
easy for you to say.
Not today, but nudistortion. Is that a real word? Nudistortion is a word to refer to the day before yesterday. Is it true or false? Did your mother tell you this one?
Heavens no.
It would come in handy.
Nudistortion.
The day before yesterday is
Why wouldn't you just say the day before yesterday?
Well, it is true. If you had to say nudistortion, it might take you a little while. Then everybody would be like, what? And you'd say, well, that's the day before yesterday. And then they'd say, well, why did you just say...
Oh, my.
What do you think? Nudistortion. Is it a word or did Cal make it up?
Mary
or somebody
Lou
else
says
make it
no
up?
comment. I say it's false. I think you made it up. This sounds like something you would make up. So I'm going to say I'm not trusting you with this one. Uh-oh, Joel's saying fact.
Fact?
Uh-oh.
Really?
Yikes.
You'd think there'd be a word for it. They're also the day after tomorrow. And the other one is...
What's that one?
And the other one, it should be like 3 days from now or 4 days from now. Like you can't... Like there's no such thing.
It's
you
always going to be
3 days
tomorrow.
from now or 4 days from now.
Okay.
Okay, nudistortion is in fact a word, and it does in fact refer to the day before yesterday.
Janet says fact because it's so outrageous.
Yeah,
I should have gone with that thought, Janet.
It is indeed fact.
Oh.
It is a fact right there.
What's the foundation of that word?
I don't know. I didn't look up the foundation.
Okay.
So isn't that cool? There's a word for the day before yesterday.
No, I won't remember it.
I came up with a whole bunch of words that there are words for that we didn't know. I think we might even do a whole show.
Oh, good.
On words that you didn't even know existed.
I can't remember the words we learned from.
Yeah, we did one before.
The Gen X versus.
Yeah. No, we did one of these shows too. Words you'd never heard, but would come in handy.
We should do it again because this is good for brain power.
That's right. All right, so that's a fact. So remember that nudistortion.
Kristen wants to know if your mom taught you that.
No, she did not. She might be watching tonight, so she can't comment when she does watch. But camels hold water in their humps. Is that true? Camels hold water in their humps.
That is, without a doubt, unequivocally, true. No, it's false.
That didn't sound unequivocal. I just want to mention camels hold water in their humps. Do they? Now camels are definitely a desert animal.
Right.
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 And they can go a long time with no water.
But the water is not in their hump.
No?
Oh, I'm starting to question myself now.
You can change your answer. We haven't gotten to it yet.
And Kristen says fact. I still say fiction. Something's telling me it's fiction. Of course, I thought nudisterium was something you made up too.
Camels hold water in their humps is fiction.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
There you go.
Whether it's Looney Tunes cartoons or teachers that should know better, we come to the common misconception that camels store water in their humps, and they don't. The hump is just a mound of fat. And that being said, desert creatures are able to go without drinking water for a week or more, but it's because they're red blood cells and organs that retain water effectively, not because they're carrying a canteen in their back.
Canteen in the back. Janet says it's fiction. It's a trick question. We got a lot of smart people out there. Carol's saying fiction, so good job.
Yep.
I don't know how much we're teaching them, but
yeah. So people seem to be doing pretty well. Maybe better than 50%, which says you're not just guessing. How are you doing?
I have 6 right.
6 out of 10. So you're not, as long as you don't miss this one. All right. So
I thought we only had 10.
No, there's 12. Okay, Mercury.
I was giving myself a pat on the hump.
And I'm just giving you the planet closest to the sun.
Okay.
Right? Is it the planet closest to the sun would sort of be the first question. But Mercury, the planet closest to the sun, is the hottest planet.
Planet closest to the sun is the hottest planet.
Yeah, in our galaxy, I'm talking about. In the solar system. Not in our galaxy. In the solar system is Mercury.
Help.
Do you know if Mercury is the closest planet to the sun?
I don't even know that.
Why
did you have to
want to
ask
know
me
that first? You don't know them in order? There's some. I don't remember. There was.
I do. So, but why don't you tell me? So I'll tell you if you're right.
There was some an acronym or some set of words. My very good. No, that's colors.
I don't know.
There's ones for there's ones for the scale, and there's ones for the colors of the rainbow, and there's also ones for I don't remember the one for the
all cows eat grass.
Solar system. Yeah.
Yeah, I got that, but I don't know the solar system.
All cars eat gas, is what we'd say.
Really? I'm from the country, so all cows eat grass. There you go.
What you doing?
Mary Lou says it's true.
Mercury, the planet closest to the sun,
says
is the hottest. Fact. She thinks that Mercury is the closest one.
Kristen says it's not, and Janet says it's not. Janet's saying fiction, Kristen's saying fiction, Mary Lou says fact.
Okay, so I'll give you half of this scoop. Mercury is the closest planet to the sun.
All right.
So the question is it the hottest? I can get that to come up.
It must be if it's the closest.
No, it's fiction. We used to believe that Mercury, the planet, was closest to the sun. This is one of the ones that's probably changed since we were educated.
Oh.
So that's why we're trying to keep everybody straight. Janet,
that's right.
She's in the school system so that she's keeping up to date with
Next week we're going to rules of the road. No, just kidding. Okay.
Researchers have found that the hottest planet is actually Venus, which can reach temperatures of 863 degrees Fahrenheit. Mercury only gets to about 800 degrees. And the reason is that Venus has a thicker atmosphere, trapping in the sun's heat.
Oh, well, that does make sense.
So Venus, which is the second, is actually... All right, here it goes. The 12th one.
I got it wrong. This is scary business. I got to get this one
Another
right.
word guess.
Oh, no.
A single piece of confetti is called confetto. So you throw up the handful of confetti.
Yes.
Right? And one of them lands right on your nose.
Uh-huh.
And you say...
You have a confetto on your nose.
There's a confetto on your nose. I know you don't say that, but could you say that? And is that a real word? Confetto.
Wouldn't it be confetta?
I don't know what it would be. You're looking at my sheet. You're looking at my answer sheet.
I'm not looking at your answer sheet.
She was caught just now looking down at my answer sheet.
I did not look at his answer sheet. If I would have known I could read that far, I might have. Oh, he's turning it over. He does not trust me.
All right, a single piece of confetti is called a confetto. And this will come in handy, right?
We have fiction and fiction. We have 2 fictions.
Uh-huh. And? Come on, this is for the whole... This is whether it's a 50-50 or whatever.
I say it's fiction because it wouldn't be confetto.
It would be...
Confetto.
Why would it be confetta instead of confetto?
It's like peticii, petica.
Uh-huh. Isn't it just whether it's masculine or feminine in some languages?
Oh, that could be a problem. I didn't think about that answer.
I don't know what confetti sounds like an Italian word to me, or a
Kristen
Latin
says
word.
fiction. And Joel's way behind. He's still talking about Venus.
Yeah, that's okay.
And Mercury.
That's all right, Joel. We're glad for you.
Yeah, he got it, though. He knew it
You'll
was
get there
Venus.
eventually. Yeah. All right, so that's okay. Some people are watching just a little bit on a slower, a little behind.
Yeah.
And it's just how long our signal takes to get there. Ida has to. If Ida would speak up louder, the data would get to Joel faster.
I already talked too loud.
Okay.
Okay.
Here. I know you're just dying to know the answer to this.
I'm
one.
dying because
It's a fact.
What?
It's a fact.
Confetto?
Yep. Of course, the plural confetti is more commonly used, but you could use the singular confetto to refer to each single individual piece of colored paper. Confetto. People doubt us, but we really do have a crack research team that spends hours and hours figuring these kinds of things out. We're never wrong.
Well,
once or twice Al pointed something out.
Yeah.
where I moved a decimal place or something. But
other than that, we're never wrong.
yeah, how'd you do? Did you get more than 6?
No, I didn't.
You got 6.
I got.
So just straight up guessing. Just a monkey throwing darts at a.
That's not nice.
All right.
But sorry about that.
Thanks for playing.
Really
it seemed like people did pretty well.
Yeah.
In general, you fell off. You started off with a roar and then just fell off the cliff at the end.
I didn't really fall off the cliff, but yeah, pretty much. Okay. Kristen got 8. So she got 8 correct.
Yeah, that's really good. I mean, that's definitely better than a monkey throwing a dart.
That's me, the monkey throwing the dart. I knew when we were doing facts, I'd be in trouble.
So most of those were just myths that we all believe. Mm-hmm. I threw in a couple of other ones, but most of them were things that we generally believe, and they may or may not be true.
Nudistortion.
Yeah.
Nudistortion.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to remember that word.
You are going to. But before we go on to remember the word, wait. I just have to switch. We need to move to your saying of the week. Can we? Are we able to do that?
We can move to the
Thanks
saying
for playing
of
the
week.
game. You guys are smart. I thought these were hard. I thought 50-50. I thought actually people would get less than 50% because they were things that we've all been taught.
Right.
And so I thought we would, but my goal was to educate. So hopefully my work is done.
Your work is done. Okay. Well, I chose this particular saying of the week because next week is Be Kind to Humankind Week.
Oh.
And I think kindness is really important. And it comes to mind that there, especially with all the stuff with the political stuff going on, different kinds of things going on, there's people out there that you may not really care for too much, but that doesn't stop you from your ability to be kind. So this is kindness is in our power even when fondness is not. Kindness is in our power even when fondness is not. So Samuel Johnson, smart guy, he's given us some tips. There's nothing to stop us from being kind.
Yeah, you don't have to like it to be nice.
That's right. Stop yourself. Oh my.
It really is. We live in a day when it's almost the opposite. It's almost like people jump to the, meanness when you could, even when you're fond of things, you're harsh. We've become that blunt.
That's right.
Call it out. If you don't call it out, you're adding to the problem.
Janet added a fact or fiction.
Oh.
Cal is funny.
Are you saying we're going to fact check that?
Yeah, is that true or false? Kristen says, "Be nice, Uncle Cal."
I did nothing not to be nice there. I was being nice. That was in your mind.
There was a little gleam in your eye, and I thought something was going to come out that you didn't. You'd be sorry you said.
Because it was such a good saying.
Oh, thank you.
All right, let's move to the joke of the day.
Okay, let's do.
This week is our friend Kevin Sloniker waking us up with a good joke. So, Kevin, here we go.
Okay.
Kevin says, "I'm deathly afraid of elevators.
Oh.
In fact,
I didn't know that.
I didn't know it either. In fact, says Kevin, I take a lot of steps to avoid them.
Oh, my word. Oh.
Which makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
if
It
you
does
were
make
afraid of
sense.
them, that's exactly what you
take
would
the
do.
steps. Oh, no. Okay.
Man,
Thanks,
the
Kevin.
jokes get better every week. I'll tell you
Do
what.
they? How many weeks have we done jokes? We should be thinking about that because
What do you mean?
you may be slipping a little bit because I'm not sure they're getting better.
Oh, come on. That was a hilarious
Oh,
joke.
that was hilarious. Okay.
And with that hilarious joke, we're
Yeah.
going to end with our YouTube watchers. Thank you so much
Thanks,
for watching
YouTube.
on YouTube. We loved having you here. The show's going to continue on Facebook. We do like an after show where we just do a little bit more informal content and a little bit of talking through things there. But we were glad you're here on YouTube, whether you're watching live or whether it's Memorex. Boy, that'll date you. There's no such thing as Memorex anymore. But that used to be a commercial. Anyway, we're glad that you were here. And please like and subscribe on YouTube. And you can also look for referrals for other videos over there in that box over there and down below. And we will see you next Thursday live. Same time, same place, right here. Thursday night, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'm uniquely the same. You're uniquely the same. Together, we could change the